Today we are going to recreate an old painting of mine, and I know how much you guys love leaves. I love leaves too, so let's get straight into the video. This is a painting that I have done in 2021, so I think it was just maybe a couple of months into painting watercolor, and we all know how soothing, fun, and it's a great practice to do leaves. So I'm going to be sort of recreating this piece, but freestyle a little bit. The whole point of this is to practice leaves, different shapes, different colors, different hues and values, and most importantly, just to have a really relaxing time, de-stress, and have fun on the page. So let's go. All right, so for my supplies today, I have Academy watercolor paper. This is a 15 by 10 pad, and you can get this from the Meaden website, and I have a link in the description below. Click it, and I use a code Crystal10 to get 10% discount. It's great watercolor paper. If you haven't tried Academy before, you should. This is a brand new pad, so I'm just tearing off this first layer. It's cold pressed, 100% cotton, and honestly, pretty good value for this quality of paper. I just love everything about it. The color is white enough for me, it's dry enough, it's scratchy enough. I love it. All right, let's get going. I'm just using my regular watercolor palette. This is my palette with all my tube paints, all the paints that I use, and this description below. I've got my two water cups and a whole bunch of different brushes I'll be accessing today. I have so many brushes. Just use whatever you have. A couple of round ones, a couple of flat ones. Oh, not this Sharpie. And yeah. First brush I'm going to pick up is my Silver Black Velvet, size 8. A nice round brush that is mix of synthetic. And the greens that I'm going to be using I have a whole bunch of different greens here, and I will just let you know as I go along how I mix the green. But the thing is, when I start painting, I get into a flow, and sometimes I go at a speed that I'm comfortable with, and yeah, we'll see how we go. All right, so let's go. My first green I always grab is a Sap Green. This one is by Holbein. Just mixing a nice gentle sap green. I like to start on this side of the paper and work my way across this side because I'm right-handed. So yeah, let's get a few beautiful leaves. Washing off my brush. So this is going to be like a ferny one. Actually deciding now to maybe paint the stem, so just grabbing some burnt umber and just connecting that down into a nice, just the same directions all the way. Although there are some ferns that have leaves just straight and pointy in one direction, so just see how you go. Okay, so I'm mixing up my hue and my value. I'm washing my brush off sometimes to get a really super light wash, mixing up the greens with a bit of burnt umber and different kind of greens, and then maybe go into a value. So if you notice, I am using different directions. Sometimes I pull from the stem up, sometimes I just go from the tip down. I don't have a fixed way of painting my leaves, and it's all up to you. All right, let's do another one. Let's do one here. So it's so nice sometimes to just go into pattern style, where you're not really making actual bouquet or some kind of live-like flowers, and you're just painting all over the page. Okay, I'm grabbing some yellow now, lemon yellow, just to change up the values a little bit. So basically, I don't wash the brush off completely, and I just keep adding different colors in. So now these leaves are a bit olivey, so maybe I want to mix in a bit of blue. So I've got indigo there, and that just cools down the tones a little bit. So yeah, have fun, experiment, try all your different colors that you have on your palette. All right. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do another similar one. So just one down here, maybe a bit longer. And you notice how I'm just making them point in different directions because that's just how you make a painting sort of like feel natural and organic. Okay, so I've added a bit of that purple, this purple dirty water into the green, and the color is coming a bit brown. So just changing it up again. So really, to make a page of leaves, you can just use all the colors you have on your palette, mixing up the green to see what comes out, and you might fall in love with a new color mix that you've never experienced before. Okay, green gold. This is my green gold, mission gold, green gold, and the green gold is always just a nice big pop. Put on some wonderful favorite music, and you're good to go. And put in a bit of pink there. And don't be afraid to let the leaves just overlap as well. I mean, just go according to what you are feeling brave for. Let the leaves touch, let it bump against each other. And with practice, you get more and more sort of like convincing looking leaves. All right, so I'm gonna swap out a different brush now, slightly smaller one. So same silver black velvet. Now, actually, you know what? I'm gonna change up to my Princeton Heritage size 6 or size 4. Just so that I get like a stiffer brush, because I want to do like thinner, even more thinner fern-like. So where should I start? So let's start here again. So vary the angles of your... Okay, so this one, I want it to be more stiff and have them all in same direction. So these kind of practices are so great to practice your brush control, water control. I hate the word control, but it is kind of like control, because to become a better painter, you do need some kind of control. You do need to know what you're doing, right? To a certain extent. Of course, you can let accidents happen, but these accidents can also happen within certain boundaries of control. Oh, okay, so I just put down a very orange one. Just straighter. Point, press, lift. So point, press, lift to get like a nice organic leaf shape with your brush. Don't be afraid to mix a complementary color like a pink, or a red into the green. You end up with a slightly rusty brown, but it's really natural and beautiful. Cool, cool, cool. All right, one more here. I'm just gonna do a green stem. I'm feeling like everything is looking a bit sad and dull, so I'm gonna just brighten it up with a bit of yellow here. Right, so a bit more of a yellow. And I'm making the leaves get smaller as I get to the top. You don't have to do that. Okay, I'm gonna grab a bigger brush now, size 12 Princeton Heritage, because I want to make some big leaf shapes. All right, grabbing a bit of indigo. So I'm just gonna get some nice, sort of like some dark leaves. point press lift, joining them with a little stem, wiping the brush off, maybe doing a really transparent one here. Mixing up the hue, mixing up the size and the angle. Create a green gold into that blue. So maybe here. Much more transparent one there. Maybe just two on that. And then one fat one here. Do I have a plan beforehand? Nope. So as you see, I'm just putting down the leaf shapes as I go. Not thinking too much and just filling in the spaces. I'm using a flat brush now, a 1/2 inch flat. And what am I going to do with this one? Maybe some longer, wavy like leaves. Put yellow there. Sort of like almost seaweedy. Not sure how that one looks, but you know, we're all just having fun and playing around, experimenting. All right, I feel like we need like a big contrast here, so I'm gonna really lighten this yellow here. And for these leaves, very small, I'm just gonna dab. Small little dabs. I have more leaf tutorials on my channel. If you haven't checked them out already, where I teach more specifically the different kinds of leaves that I use with different kind of brushes. I'll link it in the corner here. Yeah, and I'm also having an in-person workshop coming up in March and April. I have 4 workshops, and all of these workshops are here in my studio in Warburton. And I know a lot of you are not, you don't live here in Melbourne, and I will be, you know, creating these workshops as an online version very soon. But for now, if you want to practice with me and paint with me in person, check out all the description, the link in the description below on the dates and the prices and what's included and stuff. I can't wait for that. So yeah, that's in March and April 2024. All right, so what else? We want to vary the leaf sizes and shapes and types here. And I think we've pretty much got most of it. I tell you what, I'm just gonna make some really super small ones. So this is a size 4. Size 4 round silver black velvet. And these are all like just tiny wispy grass. And I'm gonna just find little gaps to fill it in. And all those yellow ones that were the small light ones, I'm just gonna put like some little brown stems to connect them. As in not to connect, but to just give them a little sort of grounding, anchoring. Oh, pardon my sniffles. And let's see. Are we happy with it? Actually, I think I want to go back to my bigger brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add light after dark. So I'm going to just add some really light, bigger leaves in the background now. And I'm not sure how that would work, but I struggle with too much white space, and I love layering and overlapping, so let's go. Let's go. Using the different brushes will also help you achieve the different scale that you want. Okay, so I think I want one here. I like that. I like how light that looks, a bit of a yellow there. A bit of a squeeze, that one. Oh, that's a bit of white mixed with that. I have a bit of white gouache here, that's why the white is sort of appearing. Okay, so with those light leaves that I just put down, I feel they look a bit ghostly. So same thing, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of brown at the end of these ones here. So, you know, they have their place in the painting. Oh my gosh, I do actually really like it. So this is just one layer painting, showing you this how I do these leaves. I might even, you know, go back later to do a second layer, perhaps, or I'll leave it. I might be able to scan it in and turn it into a pattern online because I've been good enough to not have them touch each other too much. I could do that, but that's for another video, and I'm learning to do that as well. So I hope you enjoyed painting. Let's look at the original, or rather the one that I did many years ago. This is not even on cotton paper, so you do see a lot of more blooms happening. And this one is a little bit more smoother. I'm not sure even if I got the values right. I maybe should have gone a bit darker with some of them, but I'm happy, and I hope you enjoyed this painting. Let me know in the description below which leaf shade you like best, and if you're going to try it out, please let me see it on Instagram by tagging me at Crystal Tan Art. In any case, voila, leaf painting. And there you have it. I hope you really enjoyed painting along with me. Remember to tag me on Instagram. Remember to check out my in-person workshops in the link below if you're in the area. Otherwise, remember to subscribe to my mailing list if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.